Dakota with the penalty to come his way. Green flag then has cleared at the back of the grid. Lights out, and we're racing here in MotoGP in Austin. It's a dynamic start on the factory KTM for Pedro Acosta. Marco Bezzecchi's trying to go the long way around up the hill into the first corner. Acosta it is that will lead. Bezzecchi's made a great start, immediately up into second place. Fidel Antonio's going the wrong way from pole position, and Jorge Martin already up into P3.
And Marc Marquez is the first of the factory Ducatis. It was a poor start too for Pecco.
Just as we mentioned, just lacking that little bit of confidence to really attack on soft rubber with a full fuel tank. There is the clearly visible damage on the rear seat of Marco Bezzecchi, but as he powers now through turn 18, he's just 2 corners away from an incredible MotoGP record.
Bezzecchi and Jorge Martin, but I think we might already have the question of how serious Aprilia's title challenge is. We said last weekend, if Aprilia managed to deny Ducati here, then Ducati have a problem. Ducati have a big problem.
Martin then now on the inside of Acosta, perfect time to ride on board. He's in a little bit hot. Acosta then just hugging in the inside line. He would have known, well, if you're out braking me up the top of the hill here, Jorge, you're going to run on, because I'm braking as late as I dare on the factory KTM. So Martin's visit into the top 2 was a very brief experience. Now with Rinrose not really been able to be close enough to strike on his fellow Italian, has he, Bagnaia? Is he just mindful here about potential front tyre temperature problem? Doesn't want to get too close and then overheat that front tyre. Further down then we pick up Bastianini on the sprint podium eventually yesterday after Acosta's post-sprint penalty. The Beast currently circulating in 8th place. Ducati rider here having a good old battle. There's Bastianini still there in 7th place. Can Mark find a way back to on the brakes into turn 12? Look how hard Bagnaia was braking, rear tyre hopping all over the place, wasn't it, to try and stop it in that first gear, turn 12.
And 9 Cota victories between this trio. Marc Marquez, 7 victories. Pecco Bagnaia winning last year, and Enea Bastianini won this Grand Prix back in 2022. Neither of them are going to take victory in this year.
Quartet still circulating relatively close together. Jorge Martin, well, we saw late on yesterday in the sprint, he came from 1.6 seconds at one stage adrift of Pecco Bagnaia. He's found a couple of tenths on this towards that 5th successive victory.
And Jorge Martin to 2nd place, which will ensure that he's 4 points behind Marco Bezzecchi in the World Championship. Bezzecchi led the championship to Austin, lost it in the sprint yesterday. He's about to wrestle it straight back.
This is going to be the completion of 121 successive laps leading in the MotoGP World Championship. He takes back control of this year's standings as Marco Bezzecchi crosses the line. The Bezzecchi Blitz continues in MotoGP. He is your winner here at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. It's another factory Aprilia 1-2. Jorge Martin crossing the line just over 2 seconds back in 2nd place. Pedro Acosta in his 100th Grand Prix start does
undefeated in Sunday Grand Prix. This is the man who's come closest to beating them so far. He now adds a 3rd to that here. What a weekend for Jorge Martin. Another step on his road back to the top. But the trophy, as they all seem to be these days, goes the way of Marco Bezzecchi. 121 laps and counting at the front, and high fives all round as he takes a 5th victory in a row.
Close now this morning in the warm-up. That is some way to respond from Acosta as time for the Estrella Galicia 0-0 Grand Prix of Spain on the hallowed surface.